What's going on, everybody? Fellow detailers, friends alike. Foes, enemies, and everybody. Salute. I just wanted to come in for a minute and just chop it up with a few of my viewers, man, and just try and spread some more. If it is helpful or informative to you guys, some more information that possibly could be helpful and informative to you guys. The ones in the detailing, mobile detailing field, or stationary, or valet, either or the private sector. This evening, I'm basically going to talk a little bit about, well, I'm going to end my first part of setting yourself apart. I'm going to end it off and finish it off first and foremost. Before I get started, I'm probably going to just chill for about 3 to 5 minutes just to see if anybody checks in and chimes in and want to join in. So don't think I'm just sitting here wasting your time. I'm trying to see if anybody gonna, participate. And like I said, the title of this one is gonna be pretty much. It's gonna be the last part of the part three of the setting yourself apart, um, and also the introduction, part one of believing in yourself. Believing in yourself like like nothing else, because that's what it's gonna take to get through some of the struggles and the hard time that you're gonna be faced initially in this mobile detailing game, or just detailing game. Period. Um, Again, the title of this one is the end part of setting yourself apart, and part one of believing in yourself like nothing else. Because, like I said, you're gonna have to dig down deep. Yeah, that's to the haters. Excuse me. But you're gonna have to dig down deep, deeper than you ever. I mean, sometimes deeper to some places that you didn't even know existed inside yourself. Um, and I'm also gonna touch on something else. Something if y'all interested in. I'm gonna give y'all a formula that is pretty easy, and any and everybody, no matter what state you in, should be able to get out and capitalize on what I'm gonna share with you guys. It's basically what it is if you're interested in finding a quick and easy technique to make between 68 strictly from just mobile detailing on the lowest end possible. See, when you're doing this, one of my little slogans is, look at, especially as a man, you got to stomp hard when you walk. You can't, soft steps don't get hurt, even though it's at times there's a time and a place for soft steps. But for the most part, when you're digging down deep, and you trying to get yourself in a position with something that you've created to get to another point of success with that creation that you know came up with, like I said, you're gonna have to bring out the inner beast. You're gonna have to be willing to do some things that may take you out of your comfort zone. But those are some of the things that are tests I know at least for the first 3 to 6 months that you're gonna be faced with. And if you're not strong willed, strong minded, and a hard worker, then that one little curveball may deter you. It just may deter you. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started, even though I ain't got nobody on here. Been what 6 minutes and 21 seconds. Y'all will see it. Y'all will watch it. Probably a little too late. I'm a night owl. I ain't going to bed about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I'll be back up at 5:36. But a couple more minutes to get myself in tune and get right. Oh, you haters again. On another one. Okay. Don't mean to waste y'all time. Even though ain't nobody on this mind like it. But okay, I'm gonna end off setting yourself apart. I went over a few ways. Um, First and foremost, I still like one of my things is I believe first and foremost that everything has its levels to it, no matter what it is. Um, but not but some of the things that I mentioned the other day, if you think that those things could utilize, I mean, could benefit you, try them out. Try them out. They're not gonna hurt you at all. And I can truthfully say that I've already done these things, and I know that they work. They work. They honestly work. Um, and another thing, I know a lot of people say it's still old school. It's old school, and it is, but it kind of works better in a sense because what I'm talking about is going door to door um, versus the modern way, the new way, uh, emailing clients, texting clients, stuff of that nature. That will and possibly get you customers along the line through a certain period of time. But I'm gonna tell you the benefits of going door to door, getting that personal relationship, that personal back and forth, that them actually seeing you versus email. You may get a response back. You may not. Okay. You in a person's face. You may not know who. You may not be around just one person. You may actually be around multiple people. Um, you may actually be around some people who will hear your conversation that you're presenting at the time, and you might get work instantly versus sitting at home on your computer, or on your laptop, or on your tablet, waiting for a response. A lot of times when you go out door to door, especially when you go to like businesses or whatnot, they may tell you to hold on for a second. They may take your information to the head man or the manager. The manager or the owner might walk out front and be like, "What you doing today? Can you get to me today?" And bam, that goes some money, revenue turning right then. Versus, like I said, the modern way um, of texting and emailing. That's just another form. Don't always throw the old techniques and systems away, because they still work. And all of them, even the modern ones and the old techniques and whatever it is, they all had their pros and their cons. Um, but with that, that's just my take, and that's just my, you know, I know that it's beneficial if you go out door to door. Yeah, it's the old way. Yeah, it take time. Yeah, you gotta waste possibly some gas instead of sitting at home on a computer, tablet, phone, or email, texting, or emailing people to try and draw or gain, you know, work. But like I said, if you go in there face to face, door to door, hi, my name is whoever. Wash them up on wheels, and uh, what we do is we detail and wash vehicles on for people on site. If you're sitting here and you don't have time to sit, my little thing, sit, take, and wait, wait, take, and sit, we come in and provide that service here for you on site, right out here in the parking lot. When you go home or get ready to leave on your lunch break, you are already cleaned up and ready to go and ride for the weekend. Just have your little pitch already together. But like I said, if you go to, what, you could do this in an hour, really. 10 business locations on a day that you don't have nothing going on, or you have moderate appointments. You could do 10 locations, go in there and spit a little skit real quick in an hour. I guarantee you that following week. But like I said, it's plenty of occasions where you get work from doing face to face, door to door, instantly. I've had it happen too many times prior when I was doing the old school ways and the old school methods. And I still do the old school method. What's going on, Viz? Salute, man. Jersey detailers on top. Because I'm gonna say this one thing I always say about northern detailers. I always give hats off to y'all, because y'all deal with stuff that, like, people in my area. Yeah, we get cold weather, but man, it's a whole entire different animal working in team weather, working in sub below zero weather out here playing with water and stuff. So big hats out to all up north detailers, man. But like I was saying though, that personal door to door, at times it has its benefits. And being that time to time you're gonna get instant gratification and instant work, that's one of the benefits of it. If you're a person who, like I said, when I started out with flyers. You used to go to my pop's office. He got one of them big, office printers. I used to go in there and buy about 500 packs of paper, and have my little whatever I'm gonna have printed up, and I just sit there a couple hours, man, and print up a bunch of flyers. And I used to have to go door to door back in the day, but everybody who, and back then when I started, it really wasn't nobody doing this where I'm at, and I kind of was ahead of the curve, but at the same time, not knowing a lot and still learning at the same time, I lost on a lot, like pricing and stuff, until I got to the point where I learned how to implement everything as far as pricing and calculating for everything in my business and projecting it through my prices. But like I said, I found a few some of my old flyers and stuff that I used to start out with. Like this one of them, one of my old Jones. I don't even know what year this is, but I wasn't specialized. I had stuff on the back, and if you see, I started the same way as a lot of people did, which this is wrong as hell as a mobile detailer, because these prices will keep me and kept me in the red. I'm going out to the people doing stuff like clean packages and mini details for $25 and $30. And like I said, it didn't take me long to pick up on that. You know what I'm saying? And then I graduated to these little. I had some small little flyers that I made. You know what I'm saying? But it's like what I used to do details for. Yeah, I used to do full details starting out back then at like 135 and 155. Complete details. I used to do SUVs and vans for like 145 and 175. I was killing myself, but you start and you learn. Um, then I jumped my little game up again. I'm still in the flyer game though. I'm still in my lane. I'm still in the flyer game. I ain't graduated to business cards and postcards yet. I ain't there yet. I'm still tallying up on equipment and trying to gain more clients and more customers. But I did. I tried to set myself apart. Again, I went to some color, thick paper, you know, flyers. And these started getting me a little bit more business. I guess they were like, well, wow, at least he putting a little bit more into his flyers than, you know, the average little flyer like I had on just regular, paper. So, like I said, it's different ways to set yourself apart. Even in your uniforms, there's levels. Majority of people, even myself as such, I started with t-shirts with Sho-Nuff logo right there and Sho-Nuff on the back. And I graduated to some better t-shirts, better quality, better fabric. Then I graduated to what I have. I had the with the patches and the button downs. So I just purchased me some new shirts. I got to get my logos put on, but some new red cap shirts. Got these red caps. It's pretty good. They're comfortable. They just button up. You know what I'm saying? So quick access in, out these Jones. But I just got to get my patches put on those. But setting yourself apart, man, man, I can't tell you how enhance and create more opportunity in your detailing business. And uniforms, I know a lot of people can't afford them, but I'm gonna say this: what you say you can't afford it, I believe you really can, because all of us t-shirts ain't not that much. You go to Walmart, I know you're gonna spend what, $30, $40. Okay, another $30, $40. Go get some, put on them real quick. Not even $100. I mean, anybody pretty much doing this should be able to sacrifice $75 to $100 in they in they self and in their business. Um, and one thing that's also that you upkeep, which I had to learn that too when I first started. Like I told y'all, I started in a little bit of old model blue, paint falling off of it, fading Astro van. And what made and woke me up was an older guy. I was at the bank one day. He pulled on the side of me. He read my magnet. He said, "That's a nice name, buddy." I'm like, "Okay, thank you." And he was like, "I'm gonna say one thing to you." And I'm like, "Okay." So he was like, "Your name, I know it represents your business. It says you detail cars and stuff like that." I was like, "Yes, sir." So he was like, "No matter what you got, if it's clean or if it's raggedy, but it's whatever you got to do, whatever to get what you got done, keep it clean." Because I used to ride around that thing dirty. I'm talking about didn't care, but I had the customers that was keep steadily calling me because of my work and my work ethics. Even though I had to reevaluate, because as I said one time before, I stopped detailing for about 4 or 5 years, and I started doing marble and granite fabrication. So this was before I stopped. So when I came back kind of with a vengeance, and I came back believing in myself like you wouldn't believe. I mean, man, I came back because one thing that I started seeing, and when you first start, you're gonna have people that ain't gonna believe in you. Trust me, family members, they're gonna be your first one. Cause I had them. My one of the men I look up to the most is an uncle of mine. He's very successful down here. Been prosperous pretty much all our life. But when I told him what I was gonna do, if my mind was weak and my heart was weak, I would let him break me, because that type of response from somebody who you look up to, it'll hurt. You know what I'm saying? The average person. Why you wasting your time? Why don't you go get you a job? Like, damn, Unc, I ain't never known you to have no job, so why would you tell me to get a job? So I ain't, I kept on doing my thing, kept on doing my thing, kept on still same thing, checking them. How you doing? You doing how the business doing? I'm like, it's doing okay. I'm having my struggles in now, blah, blah, blah. I told you better go and get you a job now. I'm like, all right, I hear y'all. So this is the time that I actually came back. Because, like I said one time before, during that little recession, when the economy stopped, people stopped building. So they didn't want all these lavish granite countertops in their bathroom, stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I'm finna go back to doing what I love to do. But I came back with a vengeance. Because I started seeing people who was doing it. I never lost my love for it, but at the time I just had to do something else. Because this, like I said, my first year doing this, I made $14,000. Hold up, let me be sure. I keep my old, yeah, 2008. I made $14,500. So I had to do something else. You know what I'm saying? So I got me a job doing granite. Because I said I need to learn another trade. So that was my out to learn another trade, because I knew I was going to come back, but I just didn't know when. But when I came back, my mind was focused to the point where this mind, my mind was to the point where ain't nobody in my city going to outdo me in mobile detailing. I had to get that mindset. I had to get a mind where ain't nobody in this city better than me. So I studied. I used to get out there in my garage at night. I had a few cars. I had like 6, 7 cars at one time, but used to have a Montero, some little 20s with some little fat rims on it. I used to get out there in my garage, close it down, and get out there and just polish and paint perfect and just learn the hood, different parts of it. I'm talking about I did that for about a year and a half, 2 years. And then so I took my granite, once I stopped granite, I took that, what they taught me with the wet polishing. I took that and just, finessed it with, polishing paint and clear coats and gel coats and stuff like that. So once I got everything down to a T in the sands and I knew that, okay, then I started just hearing my little name just ringing around here. Everybody started referring people to me. So I'm like, okay. So my next strategy was, okay, man, old man popped in my head. I'm like, okay, man, you need to get out this damn Astro, man. You need to get out of it. It's raggedy, it's this and this. So I got me a Express 2500. I went and got a logo. And one thing that y'all gonna also run across is and learn, everybody that's placed in your life, no matter what it is, they there for a reason. And sometimes you ain't like you using nobody, but you know the old saying, it ain't what you know, it's who you know. That's a very true statement. Pointed example is when I went to go get, y'all seen that van, my first van. Well, not the first one, but my third one. That's my third one with all of the writing and stuff on it. Man, all that writing that cost me about $800. Then I got all the windows tinted. Me knowing a lawyer that I detail his cars from, the guy who tint the windows and do the logoing and lettering on vehicles, rents his business from my lawyer friend, client. So he put in a word, yo, that's Raymond, blah, 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 good guy, boom, 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 boom. Man, I got all the van and all the windows tinted. If I'm not mistaken, $325. So you, you gonna, no matter who they is, I mean, because you gonna gain a rapport with a lot of these people, because a lot of these people you gonna have them for shit years. They're gonna be the only ones you're gonna deal with. So, and you can't let a slow spell or a downspout deter you or disencourage you to get out there even on them slow days. Because like I said, them slow days, them ought to be the days that you shake that bag up and go back to the old days sometime and try that door-to-door. But when you go door-to-door, you gotta know what places to focus on. You can't just go to no any place. You can't just pop up at a place or no restaurant. That's crazy. Why would you go in a restaurant? You can't go in no place like uh, a woman's OBGN office. Why would you go there unless you go in there strictly and talk to the personnel? But you want to get places like telecommunication service, large ones, big ones. You want to hit places like law firms. If you're with a hospital, you need to be hopping and asking them, do they have a lot of hospitals, they have boards where they'll display different people in that area in that city's business. So if you know somebody working in a hospital, you need to be trying to get them some information so they can get your information out to everybody in the hospital, all the doctors, all the nurses, all of everybody. So that way, that's another way of shaking your bag. Shake your bag, because like I say, at all times, everything ain't gonna always consistently go the same way. Because for one, the weather and mother above has a big effect on us. And if she decides to do something that's out of character with what we do, then we affect it. So at all times, that's another reason why if you got a steamer that's pretty powerful, hit those places. Hit hotel garages. Because you can go in there and steam the car and get up out of there, and they won't be talking and acting with you about water runoff. You won't have no water runoff. You can still get the job done, and you can still be satisfying the client and still be making money. But you're gonna have to believe in yourself. Like I'm talking about, When you know you ain't got nothing on your books, you're gonna have to believe in yourself to the point where I'm still getting up. I'm still loading my van up. I'm still going out here like I got a full schedule. I'm talking about I was today, and I did this for about 2 years. I used to run 24/7. Some nights I'd be get like on the weekend. This was for you got to, like I said, shake your bag, man. I made me something where I knew it's a lot of what I did was everybody that I knew that be out like that. I had a cat with a drop top 6 series. I had a cat with a flying spur. I had another cat with a vet. I had a total of about 8 cats that they used to call me on a regular basis for about 2 years. All time of stupid times of night. I'm talking about 1 o'clock. Yo, Doc, you think you can hit me up? I'm like, man, I don't know what you want. The outside, now I'm gonna get both of them in and out. It's kind of rough. I'm charging the ass $100, 75 to $100. No lie, basic wash and back, and it worked for 2 years. But you got to find the right people who ain't tripping by that price. I'm looking at okay, you getting me out my bed. You want this service after hours, but I did it for 2 years, and if I still kept it going, it probably would still be jumping today. But I just backed up off of that. He called one time. I was like, man, that's over with. That's dead. But man, when I say believing in yourself, man, that's gonna be your key factor. That's gonna be what's gonna take you over the top or push you over the edge. And I'm gonna break down one service just for my mobile detailer guys. Because see, I'm gonna tell you, my goal is for anything I come on here and say and do is only to inspire and help anybody who doing this be successful, but be successful and make as much money, be as profitable as possible. Basically, that's all I want because I know I've seen it on multiple occasions, and you know, some people might think 40, $50,000 ain't no money. Some people it ain't, you know. But if somebody can tell you a formula how to get 40, $50,000 in about 4 or 5 months, you don't think that's a good strategy? It really ain't no hard work, you know. But that belief in you, it's like right now, pretty much everybody I know, except for a few of them, they sleep now. What time it is? Going on 12 o'clock. Yeah, they sleep. I'm sitting here drawing, designing shit, designing center consoles for projects that I'm finna have coming up. I'm sitting here drawing and designing my band setup. And like I told you, Cass, I'm an artist. This is my next design for my band setup. I'm sitting here calculating. This another for the back area, the back side of my band. I'm always working my mind. This is a setup for my satellite unit. That's another thing I'll tell you about one day. Just another area. It's the boss, brother. I ain't know nobody was even on here watching. But the belief, man, in yourself. The belief in yourself, man. I can't stress that enough. I cannot stress that enough. Just believe, man, whatever you put out into this universe, whether it's negative, whether it's positive, that's what you're going to get. If it's skepticism, if it's non-belief, man, that's what you're going to get in return. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me, man. When I say every time that I've gone out door to door, yeah, every time I've gone out door to door, the following week, I got work. Every time. Now, I can't say that every time I put a post on Facebook, every time I put a post on Instagram or LinkedIn or goddamn, you know, I got so many on Google Plus, my business Google. I don't always get business. I do, but not always. But man, believe in yourself because if you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect anybody else to believe in you? Man, y'all boys, stay strong, man. Salute. Again, all detailers, man. Everybody's one of you. And Sho-Nuff don't want nothing but the best for y'all. That's it. Especially in the detail game. That's all I'm talking about. I want y'all to succeed to the fullest. And this is true admiration for all y'all, bruh. Whatever you're doing, just keep it up. I respect it all. Y'all boys be easy, man. Get out there in the morning, go get it. Get a child in the morning with some Monday motivation. Black Cloud right, boy.